Good morning to you. Welcome. It's the 12th of July. Good to have you with us on Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis. We've got a great show for you for the next half hour or so. Two special guests, I should say one special guest in a group that's going to join us. So stick around for that. Hopefully I won't lose my voice during the show. Raquel is joining us from the Fort Bend County area. Actually, she's back at our Stafford campus today. Hey, Raquel.
Hey, and hopefully you don't lose your voice either. And yes, I am back in the office. Can't you see a different scenery? And I'm not ready for it. But hey, we are here, and I'm happy that everyone else is here with us today. If you're not doing so already, please don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms at Houston Community College, so that way you can share this Up to the Minute podcast and you can keep up to date with our latest features.
Yeah. So Raquel, I was going to ask you, are there a lot of people on campus now, or are there some classes that you've seen going on? What's it like at the Stafford campus today?
You know, honestly, when I was driving up, the parking lot was a little full, versus what I saw in the back parking lot and in all of Viola Learning Hub. So students are roaming around, and it's cool to see new faces, and students getting back in the swing of things.
Is this, you've been back to the office a few times because you're production. But this is the first time you're working out of there today?
Yes. When I come to do like this news, I will come sit down for a little bit. I'll kind of sit in my office and just reminisce on the good days. But now I'm actually working. I have my laptop going and flowing, and it feels good.
Well, our campuses are open for business, folks, and you can go to the campuses, meet with advisors, financial aid, get registered for the fall. We'll talk more about that later in the show. Okay, Raquel, stick around. We got some special guests on the show. It's Music Monday, and we've got a group joining us here, led by Mathias Lattin. And if you like the blues, you're going to love these guys. Mathias, how are you this morning?
I'm doing good. This morning. How about yourself?
I'm great. It's good to see you. You guys played a little bit earlier for a sound check. You sound great. We're looking forward to having you on the show. So I want to get with you, meet your band in just a moment. So stick around. We'll be with you in about 10 minutes or so.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Thanks, Mathias. Okay, we're going to kick off the show with Jim Livesey. Jim is the interim dean of digital and information technology, is a center of excellence, and also the interim executive director of workforce technology. Jim, you've got a lot of titles. I know you're a very busy person.
Well, I don't know about that, but I am having a lot of fun. There's a lot of work to be done, and a lot of projects that we're able to do, and all of them benefit our students and our community, which is great. As a matter of fact, one of the things over at Stafford today is that we're having one of the summer camps. That may be some of the crowd that's over there.
Yeah,
we're doing a Swift coding summer camp this morning over at the Learning Hub.
And Jim, I know those camps are wildly popular. You have people signing up well ahead of time. They usually are pretty fully booked, aren't they?
Oh, yes. And they really are. They're one of those great things for our community that they bring, younger students in. They get to see the campus. They get some skills. They're completely free for the students. And yes, we actually expanded 4 additional camps this year. All of our camps filled up, so we just added more camps at different locations.
That's great. I want to ask you, Jim, you work with IT, and also you have the Advanced Manufacturing Center of Excellence out there at Stafford as well. You're looking to integrate the two because they make a lot of sense to do so. Maybe you could tell us a bit about that.
Well, that's actually one of those things that we are working on integrating, especially with the AI. But this is one of those great opportunities that they've moved the Advanced Manufacturing COE under Alberto Urbana, and he's going to be over at Southeast. So he's going to be taking that on and basically be doing what's called smart manufacturing. And so they're going to be doing that. That's a change that's a real recent one. So I don't know if it's been publicized as much as it has been. Now, we're still going to be working hand in hand because all of the equipment and all the machinery that he's using all uses, advanced computers and technology and AutoCAD. And so we're still going to be working hand in hand with him. But he's going to be moving over that area of the advanced manufacturing.
If students are wondering, hey, if I go through the Advanced Manufacturing Center of Excellence, are the jobs out there? We met with a student, I want to say within the last couple of months, and she's now working for Igloo, which is way out in West I-10 at their plant. And she said the technology she's using there is things she's learned at HCC. So it seems like we have the machines, we have the technology to really prepare those students to go out and find real jobs.
Well, across the board, we're really lucky. And I'm not trying to make a comparison, but when we're talking about our workforce programs, we have access to state-of-the-art technology across all of our programs that are the exact same technology that you're going to be using in the workplace. So whether this is networking or programming or advanced AI or advanced manufacturing, you're going to be using the equipment that you're going to be using when you go get jobs.
We've been hearing about how AI, AR, and VR fit into our centers of excellence. But if you could give people an idea of the practicality, what they can learn at HCC with augmented reality, and why it's important for them to learn that to take it out in the real world.
Well, in the past, we've had things, especially like when we talk about the welding programs and all that, where we have simulators. And they're hands-on simulators that are kind of teaching you how to do welding. Well, this is now taken to the next step. And when we're talking about VR and we're talking about these tools, they're not really gaming tools. There's a very small group of that that's being used for gaming, but it really is in the industry, and what the vast majority of it is being used for is for teaching people skills that they wouldn't be able to learn in any other environment. So say you're doing shipbuilding, and I know this is kind of far along the track of things, but you can't just build a ship, but you need to learn how to do things. Well, you build a 3D construction, you put on the virtual reality equipment, and then you're able to move around, you're able to look at design flaws, you're able to look at things. Now, in a very practical matter, we have a partnership with Transfer VR, and we've just got in a few of their sets, and these are very high-end sets that actually have the tactile gloves and allow you to go through. And we're going to be working with the auto repair group. We're going to be working with a lot of other groups as well, so that we can, when we go through that, they're going to be able to use these for their students to teach skills that they might be dangerous if you didn't know what you're doing, or that there's just not enough equipment to get around, and they'll be able to do this virtually.
Jim, you're also, one thing people may want to consider, say you already have a degree, but you're looking for a job change. You don't want to take a whole lot of credits, but you want to get a better job. You guys have continuing education where you offer drone technology, network certification, plant management, among other things as well.
Exactly. Most of our programs that we have for credit, we also have a continuing education program for. And the continuing education is great. It really is, because we can be a lot more agile. So when new programs or new concepts pop up for the workforce, we're able to integrate them into continuing education first. So when we see people making a demand or look for it, we can actually start up programs in that very quickly. And so that's one of our growing areas. Now, that being said, if somebody wants something that's more than continuing education, but less than a degree, we have certificate level 1 and certificate level 2 for most of our programs.
And you also offer a lot in cybersecurity as well, because that is a huge topic, especially since we've witnessed a number of cyber attacks, which really have shut down part of this country for a little while.
Well, and we have one of the few in the country, 2-year degrees that's actually certified by the NSA and Homeland Security. So when somebody comes and does our 2-year cybersecurity degree, they really are getting the best training that you're going to get with the certifications that are going to get you into the workplace.
Jim, I know you and I talked about this many years ago when I first started at HCC, but I think our paths crossed many moons ago back at another college. Do you remember that?
I do. What that would have been 89, 90?
Yeah, University of Houston.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jim's been around for a while. Jim, it's always good to see you. Thank you for being on the show. And we always thank you for your assistance you help us out with at HCCTV.
Oh, happy to help. Anything I can do for you guys. Thanks.
All right, Jim. Take care.
You have a great day.
Okay. You too. We are going to move on. It is Music Monday, and we've got some special guests who are joining us now. Mathias Lattin is joining us there. Mathias, you were a Boy Scout at one time. Now you're a bluesman.
Yes, sir. Well, both at the same time.
Both at the same time. Okay. Now
Last
I
year I
know.
was awarded the Eagle Scout.
Okay. And you still do, you still work with Boy Scouts?
Absolutely. It's
That's cool.
The program is just, you learn so much information. I'm always open to pass information that I've learned to help other people get to that marker of Eagle Scout.
I know you've got your band there with you. I want to introduce all the guys. Maybe you can raise your hand, give me a shout out. Nicholas on drums.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Nicholas. Ian DeSauer on keys.
Hey, what's good?
There's Ian. And Josh Washington on bass.
Hey.
All right. Good to see you guys. From what I understand, Mathias, your inspiration for doing the blues was B.B. King. I've got a cool B.B. King story, but tell me about your story with B.B. King.
Well, I came across it from my grandmother. She pulled me aside one day. She's like, you need to see this YouTube clip right here. And she pulls up a video of B.B. King doing a festival. And I was like, that right there. I need to learn that. So
yeah.
From there, I started going on I rode the train.
You know, B.B. King was incredible. Back in the 80s, I worked in the music business. I had a chance in the same week, I met B.B. King and Stevie Ray Vaughan. They were both in town playing. B.B. King was at, I believe, at a club off of Washington, not Fitzgerald's, Rockefeller's. And Stevie Ray Vaughan was playing something called the Music Hall then. So they're both in our studio, not at the same time, but they were both playing the same week. And I used to have this old Gretsch hollow body electric guitar. So I said, I'm going to get my guitar and bring it into the guys. Well, things got busy that week. Of course, Stevie Ray Vaughan came in on a Saturday afternoon at about 5 o'clock, and I didn't get a chance to go meet. I did meet him, but I didn't bring my guitar. I didn't feel like going home and get it. And I said, I'll get him to sign it next time. And then B.B. King, I met him at the club after he played Rockefeller's. Same situation. I'm like, I'll catch him next time. Well, next time never came. Of course, Stevie Ray Vaughan tragically died the next year in an accident. And B.B. King, I never had a chance to see him live again. So if you ever get a chance to meet those folks, get something signed by them, you got to do it. Don't miss out on the chance, because I always learn from that. Let me ask you about, you also have a fondness for jazz.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm originally jazz trained. Well, I started off on classical guitar and then moved into jazz slowly. So I kind of have this mix of stuff in my head that I like to play.
You know, being a local musician, I'm sure getting out there performing live is really the thrill and what you want to be doing. During COVID, how did things work for you? Did you guys get a chance to meet online and play some music with each other? How did that work, having a band and having to practice and do your own thing when you couldn't meet in person?
So unfortunately, I didn't get to play with all of these guys together until this day. Well, today. Yesterday was the first time I had 3
Wow.
in the room. So I actually haven't played with all of them since maybe a year ago. And since then, everyone's either been working or graduating. This one over here just graduated from HCCTV class of 2021. Say hi, Ian. Hi. So
When you guys got back together playing live, were y'all a bit rusty playing together, or it was just like, how did it work the first time yesterday?
Absolutely. We were just really rusty. I have all these intricate ideas and I'm throwing them these new arrangements for the songs. I'm like, hey guys, I want to try it. It's probably not going to sound good, but I'm going to try it anyways. And they were like, okay, well, how does the song go in the first place?
Do you have any live dates coming up, and where can people see you live?
So you'll be able to see me do my own original music live at Phil and Eric's on July 20th.
Is that your first big live gig since COVID?
No. I just came off a festival playing guitar with the blues artist Keisha Pratt.
Okay. And how did that go? What was it like? Are the crowds getting out to see the bands again?
The crowds are getting out there, and I'm happy to see it. It's starting to look more like shows. We're able to give the performance that we want to give, that we love giving, because people are now starting to come out a little bit more. We're able to share the energy with them, converse with the crowd. It felt great to be back out again.
Now, folks may not know, but you're an HCC student, which we found out about. We appreciate that. You also have a part in a film, from what I understand, which is related to Robert Johnson. Maybe you can tell us about that.
Yes, sir. So throughout the pandemic, this was more like a 4-year journey, but I'm just going to sum it up. About last year, the guys from the movie contacted us, and he said, "You need to audition. We heard a lot of good things about you, so we want to see what you have." So I sent them over, audition stuff, and they're like, "We want you to play Robert Johnson in the movie. We just know you have that soul." And so I said, "I don't know what soul you're talking about, but I'll do it anyways."
Yeah.
So I've been lucky enough to be able to write some of the music for the movie in the spirit and the workings of Robert Johnson himself. And so the movie.
When will the movie come out?
They're still working on filming. We're still working on filming, and we're still editing. So the date for the movie is still kind of tentative.
Cool. When you've got a song you're going to play for us. You also have a release. Your first single was called "Notice Me" in February 2020, and you had an EP. Is this something we'll hear off of that?
So yes, I did have a song called "Notice Me." That was my first single. I did put it out last year in February 2020. It's a great song. I love playing it, but we're not playing it tonight. Well, I'm sorry. I'm so used to speaking.
This morning.
Morning.
That's all right.
But the song you will be hearing is off my new EP, which is available for pre-order as of this morning on all digital media platforms, and will be out on all social media platforms at the end of this week on July 17th.
Okay, so Mathias, why don't you take it away with the song? And just keep in mind, folks, we're going to put a link to Mathias in our social media post for the show, so you can get a hold and watch his music, order his EP, and all that. Take it away, Mathias.
One, two.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Ain't that something? So that song was entitled Ain't That Something?
Ain't That Something? Mathias Lattin, we are looking forward to seeing you live sometime soon. We're going to put the information in the social media post for the show. Mathias, thanks for being here this morning.
I'm happy to be on it. Thank you for contacting us. Thanks for letting us know about this.
Well, we appreciate you joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in the future. If you want to check out Ain't That Something, check out his new EP, and that's going to be out for pre-order today, right? Where can folks find you on the web?
You can find me at mathiasmusic.net, or you can find me at Mathias Lattin on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, Mathias, thank you for being here this morning. Have a good day.
You guys stay safe.
All right, great way to start off this Monday morning. We're going to kick things back out to Stafford with Raquel. It's a hard act to follow, Raquel.
I know. Ain't that something? For a second, I thought I was back in New Orleans.
I know. It was great. You know, the blues, you always think, you know, the blues can be sad, but not that. You know, that was up and going. Like you said, it reminds you of seeing a band that you're hearing on Bourbon Street. It was a great song, you know, very
Yes,
great.
it really was. It was a great song. I'm just excited to see everyone following their dreams and really just pursuing to hear all those great things. So that's exciting. Speaking of dreams and people pursuing their dreams, our beloved Miss Marva Raspberry at the Stafford MSD, she finally, not finally, I don't want to say finally, she, made the decision to retire. And she's been with the district for 38 years, and she was an alumni at Stafford. She went to Stafford Middle School, high school, and the pictures that are within the package, I'm pretty sure they'll show them, are just amazing. And to see the black and white yearbook photos, oh my gosh, it was just cool. So she made the decision to retire with the district, and we'll truly miss her. But I know that she'll be making her rounds back at the district as well. Speaking of the Advanced Manufacturing Center earlier, Fernando Ramirez had a chance to speak with Mr. Roland Fields at the Advanced Manufacturing Center about their new 3D printer. And I've had a chance to see it, and it's pretty cool. I guess you can say cutting edge, if that's a cliche way to say it, but that's pretty cool. It is always amazing to see the latest cutting edge technology that HCC has to offer for their students. And also, speaking of that cutting edge technology, moving back to Stafford, the SMSD robotics had their open house recently. So everyone's moving back face to face with instruction. So I'm excited to see everything panning out and to get the kids back in interactive and in person.
There is a lot going on, of course, around Stafford. You can check that out every Monday as Raquel brings us the headlines. And you guys also have your Stafford news. Are you guys, do you have an episode this week?
No, unfortunately, we are not having an episode this week because we are focusing on remotes. We have a lot of joint meetings with the city of Stafford, the council, and the actual SMSD board. So we're focusing, we actually have a call time here in the next 5 minutes to get set up at the Stafford Civic Center and get prepared. It's going to be a long week, but we will have
a long week.
But we will have our news.
All right. Thanks, Raquel. All right. Lunch and Learn, records retention. We've got a Lunch and Learn happening 11:30 a.m. Wednesday, July 14th. Learn all about it from Melissa Gonzalez. She is manager of talent learning, and she'll also talk about how it's pivotal to ensure business continuity in the case of disaster through focusing on records management. Learn all about that. Check your HCC emails for details. Work, study, job fairs. We've got those going on as well.
Yes, HCC job fairs not only put you in the same room as organizational partners, but looking forward to working study students, but also give you the opportunity to interview and begin the onboarding process that very day. I have to repeat it again, that exact very day. We don't have to wait 2 weeks in advance, 2 weeks down the line or a month, but that very day. So take advantage of the opportunity. The next one is going to be at 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Wednesday, July 28th at the HCC Central Campus. Please use the QR code on the district Facebook to register.
Okay, Coleman classes. If you're interested in attending classes at Coleman College of Health Sciences, good news. Their deadline for registration has been extended for our students. So now is time to register. If you want to take classes there in the fall, although they've extended that deadline, make sure you register now. Go to hccs.edu/health for information on their programs. And we've also got something here at HCC that will provide you with more or less free tuition. It's through our Texas Reskilling Grant, Raquel.
Yes, the Texas Reskilling Grant is a wonderful program. It's dedicated to providing support in displaced Texas workers impacted by COVID who need to learn or further develop their skills to return to the workforce. So this is another great opportunity. And to qualify, please go to hccs.edu//Texas-reskilling, which we will also have that in our post as well.
Okay, fall enrollment is underway right now, right this second. You can go to hccs.edu/now to register for classes. If you are going to register, make sure you do so soon, especially if you want to take in-person classes. That's right, we're back open. We're returning to campuses. There are students taking classes on campuses right now, and we're opening up a lot more of them in the fall. They will be small classes with social distance practice, and if you want to get the class, the instructor, and the time you want on the campus you need to register early. Go to hccs.edu/now to register today. Okay, this week we've got a big week here. We've got some special guests, including guests from Tony Mandola's Gulf Coast Seafood. That's tomorrow. That sounds great. And then the mayor of Stafford, brand new mayor of Stafford. We're going to wish him luck later in the week. And then we're welcoming back one of our film instructors, Randy Ramsey, to talk about the SWAMP program. If you aren't familiar with that, it's a Southwest Alternate Media Project. It's a great deal. We're also, Raquel, so today, we're broadcasting right now, Facebook Live and YouTube. Today, our shows go back in rotation on HCCTV. We got people in the buildings. We're going to be on at noon and 6 p.m. So make sure you tell all your friends. I know you'll be watching us on TV later today, right?
Yes, most definitely. I can't miss it for the world.
Of course, yeah. So you can catch us live on Facebook every morning at 10 a.m. and YouTube live as well. Catch the rebroadcast at noon and 6 p.m. on HCCTV. Okay, Raquel, thanks for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'm excited for the rest of the week.
It's going to be a great week. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.